Welcome to your source for research innovation news, insights, and commentary. This is your Research Business Daily Report, where we're sponsored today and this week by Toluna, bringing people and brands together in the world's largest social voting community. The IBM Watson Mobile Developer Challenge is underway. It's a global competition that is encouraging mobile developers to create consumer and business apps powered by Watson. For those of you who may not be familiar with it, Watson is IBM's cognitive innovation that, among other things, wiped out the competition when it competed on the Jeopardy game show in 2011. IBM Senior Vice President for the Watson Group, Mike Roden, says IBM wants mobile developers around the world to build sophisticated cognitive apps that can change the way consumers and businesses interact with data on mobile devices through Watson's ability to understand complexities of human language, to read millions of pages of data in seconds, and to improve its personal performance by learning. Next, a CMO CIO market research collaborations feature written by Mary Shacklett, the president of Transworld Data, makes a handful of interesting points about market research's delicate position inside a company. All of them show the dependency of the corporate research function, meaning for me the importance of playing internal politics well. Shacklett emphasized an active, hands-on exercise by the CEO, quote, to forge a new working collaboration between the CMO and the CIO. Without it, the potential is too high for that collaboration to just fall by the wayside, end of quote. She also says that market research analysts should report to, well, where the position best fits, and that should be worked out between the CMO and the CIO. And Shacklett says support of CMO CIO collaborations need to be readily apparent to everyone on the respective CMO and CIO teams, and as well throughout the company. Finally, it's time again to hear from media research guru Bill Harvey, who graces us today by adding to our understanding of the pervasiveness of second screen with respect to TV viewing. It's all yours, Bill. We've already talked about how important second screen is to the TV networks, but what are some of the other angles here that we ought to be thinking about when it comes to that?
You know, it's almost as if there's been a complete change in the human race now that these computers called smartphones or tablets are almost an extension of the human body. It's practically like the first stage of becoming cyborgs. Mm-hmm. You know, before we get implants, mm-hmm. they're external implants, basically. Mm-hmm. You know, you want them with you more than your wallet. You turn around and go back. You know, that survey found that we would go back home to get the phone before we go back home to get the wallet. Mm-hmm. So, and it's a very generational thing. You know, basically the younger you are, the more your eyes are always on one of your mobile devices, mm-hmm. you know, even during conversations. And, you know, Carl Marcy from Interscope says that there's a reward system, you know, the beta endorphins in the brain that are kind of like a pleasure drug in the brain that we inject ourselves with from time to time, that spikes in a younger person who is used to multitasking, and it's because they want to pay attention to something that gives them that spike that makes them anticipate where their attention can go next. They're looking to leap onto something else. Whenever they're attending to one thing, they're kind of past that warm glow that they got from it almost immediately. Now they need another warm glow, stab in the arm, so to speak. So I do see a generational difference in, although it goes as high as 54. You know, you see it in meetings. People are sitting looking at their devices in meetings. It happens all the time. People walk down the street, people of all ages. Charlie Buckwalter of Symphony Advanced Media came up with this great term, mobile tasking. It's kind of like multitasking on mobile, and that's it's a big deal. For example, the Super Bowl. He put out a blog of his own, of his family and what they were doing, and how he was kind of ethnographically observing them in his own living room. But then he also published some fascinating results that of the people who have mobile devices, and he's got like a sample of 8,000 of them nationally representative now, 2/3 of them used mobile devices during the show, and it accounted for aggregately about a third of the time that the viewer was watching. 29% of the men, 25 to 54, used Facebook during the game. And women, it was 39%, as you might expect. Instagrams, Candy Crush, a game that you and I don't know if you've even heard of Candy Crush.
I've heard of it, but I don't know what it is.
14% of the time, the men 25 to 54 were watching the Super Bowl. They were playing Candy Crush. These games are addictive. It's been proven that they're addictive. And one game manufacturer created such an addictive game, he retracted it. He didn't like the idea that kids would get, or people would get, these are 25 to 54. They're not kids.
Our thanks to Bill Harvey. And if you'd like to contact him, his email address is bill@billharveyconsulting.com. That's your Research Business Daily Report, where we're sponsored today and this week by Toluna, bringing people and brands together in the world's largest social voting community. We hope you have a great research day, and of course, we hope you'll be back to join us here tomorrow.